Hi guys, Rob Seiler here from Studying for Exams Made Simple, coming at you from sunny Phuket, Thailand. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but I really did go from failing exams at university to getting distinctions, a scholarship, the university prize, and lots of top job offers from some of the big employers in Australia. And let me tell you, the feeling was absolutely amazing, especially after failing exams. I just couldn't believe it. And I want to show you exactly how this happened and how it can happen for you as well. Now you're probably sitting at home wondering, exactly what is studying for exams made simple and what does it have to do with you? Well, firstly, I'm assuming you're watching this video because you want to improve your exam results, right? And you're probably going through a lot of the same frustrations that I did when I was at university, trying to get some decent results and maybe even score a few A's. But I tell you what, I was sick of all the hype, all the how to study books, all the superficial study tips from teachers, academics and psychologists. I call them superficial study tips because all they really do is just scratch the surface. They don't really get to the core of how to really study, and get straight A's in your exams. And I must have read 100 or so how to study books, and I honestly can say that I can't remember a single thing that actually helped me with my study. So what I'm going to talk to you about here is the actual fundamentals of how to do really well in exams. Now, you're probably constantly coming up against brick walls. I remember I did. You study harder, you give up your sport, you give up all the fun things, and you try and get really conscientious about how you study, and you just keep hitting this brick wall all the time. And the problem is your future is on the other side of that brick wall. And when I say your future, I mean if you turn up to an employer and you've got your academic record, which is a bit like a credit card record, a credit reference. It stays with you forever. So you're sitting down with your employer in the job interview, and he says, "Let me see your academic record," and you've got B's and C's. And then another guy comes in, he's got straight A's. Who do you think they're going to pick? Obviously the guy with the straight A's. So you need to be able to break down these brick walls. Do you know a guy like this in your college or university? The really smart guy. We'd probably call him a nerd, who always gets straight A's, just seems to breeze through his exams, and straight away you think, okay, well, I can't be like that. I mean, this guy's born smart. It's just the way he is. I mean, even looks a certain way. And so I'm just not born that way. I don't have a photographic memory. I'm not born smart, so I'm never going to get A's in my exams. So what do regular guys like you and me do? I mean, what can we do to improve our exam results? Now, this was a big problem for me for a long time because I thought it's just not going to happen. I just accepted my fate, if you like. But let me tell you a big secret. You don't have to be that smart to get A's in your exams. I know that's hard to believe. I didn't believe it either until I actually figured it out. But you don't have to be that smart. And I know this is a fact as well because of working with hundreds of other students who I've taught my study system to, who've gone on to do really well in exams as well. So just get that through your head first. You don't have to be that smart to do well in exams. Now, you're probably thinking either I'm full of BS, or maybe I've got something that can help you with your exams. So just run with me for a while, and let me give you a few more examples here. Now, I just want to give you a cryptic clue on this one. Let's imagine that you want to be a really good basketball player. What are some of the things that you would do to be a good basketball player? Now, before we discuss that, I want to maybe go through some of the things that you wouldn't do. Now, you wouldn't hit a tennis ball against a wall for a couple of hours to be, excuse me, a really good basketball player. You wouldn't do laps in the pool for a few hours either. Probably wouldn't throw a football. I mean, a football bounce is totally different to a basketball. What about doing gymnastics? Well, it might come in handy if you want to do a few backflips when you score a few points. I've always been envious of those soccer players that can do some backward somersaults when they score a goal. So that might come in handy. What about boxing? Might come in handy perhaps if somebody fouls you, but in general you wouldn't go and practice boxing to be a good basketball player. the sort of things you'd be doing would be shooting lots of hoops, playing lots of practice games, practicing your dribbling, and probably generally improving your fitness, all those things that relate directly to playing basketball. So let's talk about exams for a moment. Let's imagine that you're sitting in an exam and you're reading through the exam questions. Have you ever come across an exam question, something like this? Please use your highlighter to illustrate all the important points in the following text. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never ever seen a question in an exam like that. I mean, it sounds totally ridiculous. But how do most students study for exams? They get out their highlighter and they start going through their notes and their textbooks and just highlighting stuff. And for a lot of them, that's pretty much their preparation for exams. And if you go back to the basketball situation, I think you can actually join the dots here and see how ridiculous this sounds. So the point is, you don't have to be that smart to do well in exams, as I said earlier. You just have to change the way you think about exams. And to illustrate that point, have you ever come across what's called an aha moment? And that's when you actually find out how someone does something and you say to yourself, aha, that's how they did it. That's how it works. Just an example of that, imagine a father and his son driving along the freeway in a car, and they have an accident and a crash, and the father's killed, unfortunately, and his son is pretty badly smashed up, but he's taken to hospital and his son's lying on the operating table, and the surgeon walks in and says, "That's my son." How can that be possible? Now, before I give you the answer to that, I just want to explain how you can actually get access to some more videos that I'm going to be sending out to explain my aha moment, if you like, in how I study for exams. I want you to put your first name and your email address in the form on this page here. And if you're watching this on the internet, just go to this website and you'll be able to enter your details. So put in your first name, your email address, and I'll be sending out some videos to you over the next few weeks. You have to be a little bit patient because I actually haven't finished them yet. I'm still putting them together, and as I finish them, I'll send them out to you. So put in your first name, your email address, and I'll make sure you get those videos. And I'll also tell you details of where I'm putting the video up on my blog, and you'll find lots of other comments and questions from students that you might even be able to learn something from. So if you want to jump ahead, you can always buy my study system, which you'll see on this page as well. But getting back to that example I just gave you, the surgeon walks into the operating theatre and says, "That's my son." The surgeon is his mother. So how obvious was that? And that's exactly my point. When I explained to you how I changed the way I study for exams, it was really that obvious, and you don't have to be that smart to figure it out. So get on my mailing list, and I'll get back to you real soon. Bye.